Okay, Friday morning in the kingdom, and it's warm out here. Look, no Grinch gloves. Yes, we're ready. Okay, this morning we woke up to -8 Celsius. That's why I'm standing in the middle of the yard. Hopefully this is recording. If not, I'll have to do it again and again and again, just like in the bedroom. Okay, on the and it feels like -12 this morning. Yes, I think I'm still drunk. I don't know, for working on that caterpillar cat. All right, on the yo-yo scale, +18. Ooh, that's warm, but feels like +10. Oh, the lies, the lies. It's just unreal. All right, so today we started our breakfast off with some Jack, because we're going to get that clutch together on that D69U known as the Bismarck. Yes, when you work on Caterpillar equipment, you need lots of booze and a box of Band-Aids. But I'm lucky, I don't have any Band-Aids yet. Watch this, I'll walk into the shop and trip and fall, and then I'll need a Band-Aid, probably on my nose. It's so big. Yes, all right, so look at the flags. Yes, we had a successful day with the Australian flag there. Yes, the people in Australia liked it. They couldn't figure out why their flag is up here freezing to death. Yes, well, it's +42 Celsius down there. Yes, it's their summer, so they're just sweating their tushies off. All right, let's do a freedom scroll. Yes, look at that. No sun. It's cloudy, overcast, icky day, but we'll be hiding in the shop working on the D6, yes, and drinking beverage, yes, to keep drunk so we can work on that thing. Oh, the stress of working on it. Okay, where's the woods, though? I'm a little too happy this morning. I don't know why. Maybe the ex-wife will call me, or my ex-fiancé, and ruin my day. All right, there we go. There we go. There's the wood stove smoke for the Swedish kid. Oh my, she must be impressed, eh? Oh, she probably tunes into my YouTube channel every day. Oh, but I don't know what's happening at TikTok there. I can't reply to any comments. I'm in the penalty box again. That's normal. Look at that. Icky overcast day. This will be a short intro because we got to get to work. We got lots to do today, and the staff will be back later to help me carry the clutch across the shop, because I'm an old guy. Yes, in the younger days I could carry it one hand across the shop and have a beer in the other hand, but now I'm just this old guy at the end of the world, standing here holding a stick, half drunk in the morning. I don't know why. All right, I better go. Here comes the boss, and hide the booze. Okay, I got my to-go coffee. Yes, I don't have time today to sit in the house and enjoy my coffee, so I got it in my travel mug here with some Jack. It's kind of nice getting Jack Daniels in those little bottles, because then it's a measured amount, so I don't have to put my glasses on to see what I'm doing. All right, one of the things we found with these cats being underwater for 3 years is the fiber discs go. Okay, we found that out in the steering clutches on the D69U out in the middle of Reindeer Lake. So we did the Bismarck before we actually got it up and running. So we found out in 2020 that there's these discs are in here. This is the release bearing, okay? I don't know if we can see it, but they go in here, okay? See, there's a little space there. Oh, hand and eye coordination. Sorry about that. All right, so they go in there. That's the release bearing, okay? So being underwater for 3 years, they fall apart. So they come flying out. So that makes it extra space in here, so then the clutch fork can come back and hit the gear teeth here, so it makes a sound, okay? So back in 2020 or 21 or whatever it was, we couldn't get parts for this, okay? You couldn't get anything. eBay, everybody was out of stock. So Sir Rodney, being the parts man of the year, okay, he has contacts that made this stuff. This was made down on the east coast of Canada, and it worked, okay? So that got the D69U known as the hood up and going. So that's how smart Sir Rodney is. Like, he doesn't say, no, too bad, so sad. He went above and beyond and figured it out. Like, we had to put some grooves in and stuff like that, in here. But that's the thing is, he got it cut. He had sources or suppliers, because Westrans gets a lot of this brake material or fiber or whatever, so they know where to contact people. All right. So the funny thing is, on Caterpillar, they make everything hard. All right, here's the parts book. All right, so you try and find those fiber discs or brass discs or whatever in there. Next to impossible, unless you've been in here and had it apart, okay? And also too, Caterpillar calls things different. This is a bearing race in the modern world or in everyday's world. But according to Caterpillar, they're calling it a bearing. Yes, a bearing. Okay. To us, that's a bearing. It's got roller balls or whatever. Okay. So then I think 2 years ago, the world returned to normal. And we don't buy anything from Caterpillar. We don't even phone them because we can't afford anything, not even their free hat. Okay. So a fellow in or a company in Florida is on eBay all the time. Okay, we want the fiber. I mean, the fiber discs we are good as temporary to get us going back in the day, but we want the brass because we know we can sink this thing, go back 10 years later, pull it out, and we don't have this fiber disc coming apart. Okay, so we can order those things through eBay, and eBay has set shipping rates and stuff like that. Okay, I'm back. I had to shut it off before the me phone got excited. I talked too long, so it was going to censor me. Okay, so we like shopping with eBay because the shipping includes United States Postal Service to the end of the world, the duty, the fees, everything like that. So when it arrives, there's no, how would you say, extra charges, okay? So today we're going to pop these brass discs in here. They're just in there, okay? And then we can start putting this thing back together. Yes, we took it all apart so we could change out these discs. Yes, but the thing is, if we don't do it, it'll keep grinding on the little teeth here and stuff like that. Plus we're putting in new discs and a few other items. Okay, here's the box of goodies. Okay, Caterpillar wanted $1,100 for these 4 years ago. Yeah, 1,100 bucks. Okay, I think we can did the whole clutch here or whatever on this cat with new bearings, new seals, new brass shims or whatever, discs or whatever they're called, for I think it was 500 bucks. Everything landed here, but that was like 2-3 years ago when we ordered these parts. Okay, but we just take our time. So these are the original clutch discs here that were underwater. Okay, they're still thick, there's lots of space on the rivets and stuff, but we can save them for the other cats because we have 2 more of these D69Us. Okay, so that's what I mean. So that was the whole purpose of this project, was to put those release bearing discs in and photograph and document it for the world to see what it takes to work on a Caterpillar D69U, because a lot of people don't know about those little brass discs in there. Okay, and if you have the fiber ones, they will come apart after 70 years, I guess. Okay, I didn't film the changing of the brass discs or whatever because we don't film stupidness here in the kingdom. Okay, all right. The brass discs are under here. These are the bolts. No, these are the pins. They go up and down. There's springs on them. Those are the bolts. Okay, so there's pins right here. So you got to turn this over so these things fall out. So then trying to get these pins back in these holes, that's like sticking a marshmallow in a piggy bank. It doesn't fit. All right, so you got to tape everything. All right, so you use lots of the brake clean from Sir Rodney, and this is one of these two-speed nozzles, so it doesn't come out in a jet. You can kind of feather it. So you tape these good, all right, and then get these bolts out, and then flip it back over, and then fight like hell to get these pieces out. And then this collar comes off, and you can see the brass is in there and down here now. Okay, we have a little bit of sloppiness or whatever's play. Who cares? Okay, because these plates were rubbing together so they wore themselves, but who cares? Okay, this is an oil clutch, so this will be all lubed. I'll make a note in the book so we can look for a better release bearing thing. But the thing is we changed it. It shouldn't be banging and clanging and everything like that. But to get this back together, all right, and get these pins and springs in, get this to go down, because you're trying to line up all these items. You have to slide it to the edge of the tool bench here and put the bolt in up there. Yes, great fun. So now I have to try to put it back onto the flywheel or pressure plate and get the tape off without these pins falling through. Yeah, like they should have had these the other way or something. I don't know. But this is total stupidness. This is a 3-shot drink for this, just to change out the little discs. Okay, I look like Dr. Bob from the Muppet Show using the long needle nose to get the tape out from here. And the trick is that they lift this up, to get the tape out, these slide down and fall through. Yeah, so very tricky, just like heart surgery for Dr. Bob. But we handled it. Now I took pictures with my notes on here showing the gears worn, and this thingy down here is worn, so we put this like that. So now I'll print that photo off tonight and put it in the file folder, and of course it won't be printed in color, it'll be in black and white. Okay, next item, which required no drink at all because it was a simple repair, because I used the Hobart Handler 100. Yes, I cranked up the heat, and then everybody in the audience will go boo-hooing because they say that's cast and can't be welded. Well, we welded it. Yes, there was a slot in there. Okay, and this is the brake to keep the shaft from spinning so you can put it into gear, which is kind of funny because the seal leaks right here and oils this. See, it's nice and oily. But I have a new one refurbished from Sir Rodney in stock. So this here was slotted right out, so this wouldn't stay in here. So we used the Hobart Handler 100 and did some welds right there. Crank it up hot, and look, it flowed. And I sure do like this, how would you say, the nozzle here. Whoop. Not prepared for this while I'm half drunk. Okay, look at that. You can stick that in the hole, no problem. Whereas you're running gas, you have the big cup or whatever. So this is pretty nice. I'm enjoying this. So this isn't worthy of a drink because it went perfect. But I had the right tools, right everything, and yeah, we got it done. All right, let's continue this project. Okay, we did it. When the staff arrives this afternoon sober, we'll carry this over to the D69U, known as the Bismarck, and then it can be on the track and ready for me to lift up at any time. I can lift it up and put it into place with my little jimmy rig thing, but to carry it across the shop, I can't do that. All right, so this was only worthy of one drink. Trying to get the square forks to line up to the square roller thingy-me-bobs underneath here was like really hard. I don't know if you can see it, but it's just pain in the ass. Okay, so that's worthy of one drink. All right, everything else went good, except for I don't like the seal that I purchased here. It's one of them low-grade cheap ones. Okay, I don't like it. It'll probably leak, okay, this summer. But if it does leak, we just lift the motor out with the green toy, pull the shaft out, and then we change the seal. Yeah, it's easier to lift the motor out and do all the work than it is to actually do this all again. Yeah, so next time we do this, we'll be doing it with the motor lifted out, and that's the way we'll do it. This is too much work, but I'm enjoying a lot of beverage. Okay, you want to play with big toys? You got to have big tools. So that's a $1,500 torque wrench 10 years ago, so I don't know what it's worth now, but we used it when we did winter road repairs because you have to make sure the wheels are tightened at a certain spec or whatever. So this morning I wasted 20 minutes on a Google search. I typed in Caterpillar D69U D318 flywheel torque specs. I got everything but what I wanted. I checked in the books that I have. It was a waste of time, so I opened the file folder and it said 260 foot-pounds. So that's what we got it here at. So that's a workout. That's why I like my ladies full figured. They keep me in shape. Okay, so down under here we got the pipe wrench up against the stump pan hook thing, and that's hooked to the shaft that drives the PTO pump, or the pump out the front for the hydraulics. Ooh. Okay, I've come to the conclusion. I'm the stupid one. I'm fighting with the Me phone who keeps turning itself on and off. I don't know what its problem is, but I should have just yanked this motor out. Yeah, I've taken all the winch controls, the brake pedals, everything off. For what? Nothing. I could have just reached down, undid 3 bolts on this side. There's one at the front, undo the fuel lines and the 2 rad hoses and lift this motor out. Like this would all came as a unit, and then I'd be standing here working on it, enjoying a beer. But instead I look like a gymnast down here trying to clean out the flywheel clutch housing because I can't drain it. But the main thing is I got the spinner thing on here. Okay, all right. So it's tough because you got the collars held in by bolts with bigger, I put bigger washers on, and now it's smooth because before it had all those bumps in the race or whatever. This is unreal. This would have been so much easier. Oh, there's a part where I record my collapse or whatever. Okay, so this is unreal. So let's get these discs in. Okay, they go in a disc, a plate, a disc, and then so it works out that the teeth work out, that it locks up, so it's alternating. Okay, all right, let's get to work.
Friday morning in WHO-ville. It's just after 8:30 a.m. and I'm getting ready to head to work. I woke up with a runny nose and the coughs. I think I'm getting sick. That's not good. Pretty sure I know how I got sick. It's from being at the school and stuff around all the kids and everything. It was bound to happen. Now it's time to let the dogs back in and head to work. 12:30 and I'm just getting ready to go back to work. I didn't think I actually worked this afternoon. They said I didn't, but then I got asked to come in, so that's good for me. I get a few extra hours, and then tomorrow I work at the Northern doing some cleaning. Now let's let the dogs back in and get to work. 4 o'clock, I just made it home from work. I already have the screw out and ready to head over to the Kingdom. That's my dad's laundry I did yesterday. I'll take it over there today. I work at the Northern in the morning, so I'm just going to shop then since I worked all day today. It was actually a pretty good day. The EAs and teachers just did stuff around the school and got everything ready for Monday, so let's head on over to the Kingdom and see what he's up to. 4:15 and I made it to the Kingdom. I just put all the laundry and everything inside. I'm not going to grab dog treats today because my dogs aren't eating anything. It's been way too warm, so they're not in the mood to eat and stuff, so that's okay. Now it's time to head down to the shop and see if my dad's ready to put the clutch back in the cat. When I got to the Kingdom, there was a truck parked at the front gate, so I came up and my dad said there was a big box in the back of his truck for me to grab. It was one of the subscribers. They actually brought us a whole box of stuff here. When I opened it up, all this was in there. Wow, this is crazy. Thank you so much, Ray R. This is greatly appreciated. Some of the stuff you can't even get up here, like the cheese and that. This would be really expensive. With the price of food, I'm sure this would have cost a lot here in WHO-ville. Now it's time to head back down to the shop and see what my dad's up to. 5 o'clock, I'm just finishing up in the Kingdom. I wasn't able to get a video of me and my dad carrying the clutch over to the cat, but it's back on there now so he can video it going back into the cat. As you can hear the dogs barking in the background because my dad's hanging out with the fellow there, so I'm going to head back into WHO-ville and do the weather. Just after 5 p.m. and I made it back from the Kingdom and put the skidoo away. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs out, and do the weather. 6 o'clock, and this is the temperature we're sitting at today. It's -7 degrees Celsius, which is 19 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. As you can tell by my voice, I sound pretty sick because I am pretty sick. I do not feel good. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs back in, make supper, and end my day.
Okay, I'm running a little late here. We got delayed. Yes, I went looking for some pieces here. I got everything hooked up. The staff was delayed coming to lift this off the workbench and over to the cat, but I got it hanging. Yes, I think we'll leave it hang overnight like good meat or whatever. Remember when you go on the great hunt, you get your deer, your antelope or whatever, and we let it hang. But I went to find one of these in the shed. All right, so there's the old clutch brake thingy there. It's nice and greasy. And this is from Sir Rodney in 2022. They relined it. That's one thing they do at Westrans is reline brakes and clutch brake thingy bobs and stuff like that. All right, so I doubt we're going to get it in tonight. So we're going to do it first thing in the morning. Yes, basically when we're sober to get this into that hole over here. We got everything cleaned and ready. Oh, got to have the light. There we go. Yes, we're ready for in the morning when we get this done. Okay, we're going to be a little short tonight because I got sidetracked. That was a social butterfly, but oh, the drinks tasted so good. All right, so we're set up for tomorrow morning. So we'll have to add some film footage to make this video long enough for everybody to get a nap. And also, too, the wood stove, I just stocked it up. So I was making all the noise when I talked about the flywheel bell housing cover ready to go installed. Okay, it took me an hour and a half to drive 60 miles or 100 kilometers. I'm in Leaf Rapids right now. This is a mining town offset from the road, so you don't see anything of this town from the road. It's just like you're driving by. If it wasn't for the street lights, you wouldn't know it was here. And we have all this frickin' snow coming down, but it has warmed up quite a bit. We left the Kingdom at 4 o'clock this morning. It was -19. Now it's -12. So it warmed up, and that's why we're making this trip, because we're supposed to go next week, but we're in the freezing cold, okay? So I've been talking about the sun dogs, those little rainbows around the sun, and we were cold, but no rainbows, so that meant that the weather was going to change and warm up. So it's a good thing we're taking this trip today, because I wouldn't want to do it when it's cold. But it's -12 on the thermometer or dash indicator on the book burb, okay? So we're driving along nice and slow. There's one vehicle ahead of me by about 20 minutes, so I haven't seen any traffic in an hour and a half of driving. But this is Grief Rapids, or Leaf Rapids as they call it, a dying mining town. Oh well, I better get going. Gotta get there when the store opens. Okay, I'm at Natigi here, which is the Cree word, probably for, I don't know what the Cree word means, but it's Natigi. It used to be known as Rat River. It's a control structure for water for Manitoba Hydro, so it controls the water going to the hydro dams. Okay, so we're putting along here, 100 kilometers, took us an hour and a half, yes, because I'm doing between 40 to 50 miles an hour because this frickin' road is plowed, but it's so rough, it's just nothing but potholes, and I'm just putting along, okay? Slower the better, and as long as I make it. So I only have another 100 kilometers to go, and we should be there. Okay, it's 8:30 Wednesday morning in Thompson, Manitoba. I'm just outside of Thompson here. This is a little pullout down by a lake here, or whatever. And this is where we stop for a pee and to get organized before we head into Thompson. Oh yeah, lots of garbage, which is normal for the north. Okay, so we're going to get organized here. So it's 4.5 hours to drive 300 kilometers. The road was rough and it was plowed with the light snow. Made it, I had to drive a little slower, especially when I started meeting traffic once it got to daylight. Okay, let's go do some shopping. Okay, we made Thompson no problem, lots of snow, and we just filled up the gas in the vehicle here. So $65 and 41.9 liters. I don't know what the price is, I'll check the receipt, but look at this weather. Perfect day for shopping. Okay, here we are at the Thompson Walmart. It's getting to be busy. I don't even know what the time it is. But this is what $1,000 looks like. $500 in dog food, $75 in the water, and the rest in foods and stuff. Now I had to hit another store. We got the flour to make the dog's treats, which has been known as the Chicago fry bread. And this will tell you how much snow there is in Thompson when they've cleaned the parking lot. Yeah, that's a big snowbank. Okay, a nice warm evening out here. Yes, too warm. The wood stove was making it warm inside the shop. Let's scroll this way to see what the wood smoke is doing for the Swedish kid. Oh, look at that. I forgot to plug the yard light in. Oh, the beverage tasted so good being a social butterfly. All right, let's quickly scroll this way to look at the flags. Yes, there they are. Limp as can be. All right, let's go walk the dogs, drink some beer, and make a video. Talk to you later.